welcome back everyone to RSL 3, hosted on Dapple Productions, live from Game Arena Alpha. Shout out to Game Arena Alpha for hosting our event. We are on to our next set into Group 3, which is Toxic Icecream against Poffertjes. This is their second set of these teams tonight, but the first time they're going to play against each other. Let's get the maps on screen so we know what they're gonna play, because there's some very funny maps. We just saw them again. We're gonna see them again. It's Clamblitz and Mako splat zones on in my rumors, and the tiebreaker will be Tower Control on Surgeon Shipyard. If we're gonna analyze what happened last time, it wasn't looking all too hot. So let's see if Toxic Icecream against Poffertjes is a little more matched up against each other, and hopefully we can get to see that third game happen. But it's gonna be a very interesting set. We have already seen Poffertjes, and we've of course already seen Toxic Icecream. Let's see if they can do it a little better, because Clamblitz is a very team coordinated game mode, and you have to make sure you have your coordination ready, and we haven't seen Clamblitz yet for these teams, and well, yeah, and we also haven't seen Clamblitz any earlier today because it's only in the group stage, so we haven't really had a lot of practice, unless they practice it at the second setup that's just on for free play, which I think we saw some scrims there. Like I saw people earlier probably scrimming.
Yeah, no, I've definitely
there were some hype sets, yeah. I mean, hey, it's a good scrim stage.
Exactly, and because it at the moment cannot be used for
tournament play, yeah.
Tournament play, then it has worked well to let people warm up for their sets and get ready for these. So yeah, thoughts on Clamblitz then? So we've seen a lot of different things from different teams. A lot of brushes, sneaky brushes, coming in here with a power clam and, you know, causing chaos.
Especially Robert with saw last set. Robert with the brush being so sneaky, getting a power clam in like 20 seconds. That was super sneaky. Didn't do a whole lot with it, but it definitely caused some chaos. So let's see if we can get another set like that happening here. We don't see a brush, but we see a funny little roller there with that bubbler, and of course a junior having the big bubbler. There's also two big bubbler weapons on the side of Toxic Icecream, making them a very defensive combo, as Poffertjes, of course, because the Class Blaster and the Machine are a more aggressive combo. Let's see who will be the first team to do some big damage. Toxic Icecream losing 3 players early, and it's just a junior alive for Toxic Icecream, and to go back all the way to the spawn, and with that Poffertjes can get an easy push in and getting quite a nice amount of scores, getting to the 62 already. Fleur is still alive. Mopta trying to do anything, but can't do anything unfortunately. Magnus trying to get in through George from Clams, but Rika has something to say about that. Kraken from Skylar going in, does some damage, but not a whole lot. Also go away for safety now. Fight against Afro, can't win that fight unfortunately. Afro Skylar still alive, and with that being forced back heavily, somehow still alive. Thought gonna really did it, and Rika fell right into the trap of that 96 gallon. A very strong opening for Poffertjes.
Yep, this is what they're looking for here. They really just want to stay in, keep that pressure up. But possibly Toxic Icecream still trying to get them out, trying to get some kind of ability to get back into spawn, but it's just, or get out of spawn even, they just cannot seem to quite find what they need. They're footing. It's just not working out for them. But they're able to get back out again, and hopefully be able to try and push the team, the Poffertjes back out in the mid, but it is being quite difficult. They're already below 20 on this point here.
Yeah, Poffertjes is making quick work of Toxic Icecream. It's also funny because both of these names are like a delicious kind of food, where ice cream is delicious and Poffertjes is also very delicious. If you don't know Poffertjes, Poffertjes are like called for potiny Dutch pancakes, which you may imagine like American pancake, but very small. You eat them with powdered sugar and butter.
Okay.
If you are here at the venue and you are looking for some Dutch tonight, definitely try them out, because Poffertjes showed exactly how it feels eating Poffertjes. It feels amazing, you feel strong, you feel fast, and you just exactly feel how Poffertjes is playing with another opening of that basket. They're almost to their penalty. They just need one more clam, but they broke through it. There's Magnus coming out with a couple clams, pushing it all the way to 7. They just need 3 more clams, and then they have the game in the bag, with just no one from Poffertjes to start that push. And now Toxic Icecream is so deep in. They are ready for their own push. Big Bubbler out in a very defensive spot in the center. Kraken though is going to ruin their plans. Trying as well. Junior trying to get out. Rika Can they get out? It looks like they can, luckily. But now they run into straight run into another set of Poffertjes players. And the push setup, unfortunately, had not gone through. But that's an easy game for the Toxic Icecream.
Yep, yes, indeed. They really need to get a push going here. And soon. They still have 2 minutes. But yet again, all it takes for Poffertjes is a power clan and 2 clans. That's how far away they are from KO here. So they're really, and they've got one sitting ready. All they need is the opportunity, which doesn't seem like they're going to get just yet because there's only 2 players on the field for Poffertjes. But they are trying to wait it out here and wait until they can get this opportunity, which does seem to be happening right now. They've got
So they got the basket over, but they just need a couple more clams. Mac is coming in, get 1, get 2, and gets that 3rd. Causing the knockout in a very late stage of the game, but Poffertjes is the first team with a knockout and goes to take that 1-0.
Yes, indeed. Just Toxic Icecream could not find their footing there in just enough to be able to get their pushes going. They just happened to be staying in mid and not being able to actually get the push through to the basket that they needed there. But that will mean that the first game of the set will go to Poffertjes, and we will be going back to Umami Ruins Splatter.
I mean, that's always a fun map. I think Umami Ruins is one of the more fun Splatter maps. Even if how deep you can go in your spawn, and sometimes it doesn't feel very fair. I think it's still a very good, well-designed map, good big zones, and well, there are still opportunities for you to get out of your spawn, but you need to fight for it, really.
Yes.
Which, depending on who you ask, I don't think the map design in that part is that good, but overall, I'd say the map is a solid 7.
I like the mid area.
The mid area is
very
really
nice.
good, especially with the upper areas of your base, where you can shoot onto the mid area, and the fact that it's raised a little bit, so you cannot exactly see who is pushing, like you said earlier. So that is a very strong point for this map. Of course, also the big dual zones, which I always prefer over 2 mini zones. Give me 2 giant zones to fill. Give me Port Mackerel Platoon 1. Give me Moray Tower Platoon 1 kind of zone. So huge ass zones. I mean, these are a little close apart, but imagine if they were like the small back areas next to your spawn.
Ooh,
Boy, that would be fun.
That would be, yeah.
That would be horrendous, actually.
That would be, I would not want to play on that. That would be very, very bad. I'm glad that they've done it the way that they have. The mid is very, very nice. The spawns, not so much. But, you know, Nintendo only gives us bits and pieces which we like. So we have to take and be grateful for what we get.
At least have a video game.
Yes, exactly. At least we have Splatoon 3. Oh my goodness. We could be left high and dry by Nintendo a lot more than we have been. So we'd be grateful for the things that we have. But yes, we are going to be shortly getting into the second game of the set. I'd imagine Toxic Icecream, they do have, as you were saying, a very defensive kind of comp there with the 2 big bubbles. If you're able to get the 2 big bubbles quite pushed forward on the zones, that could actually delay long enough and you'd be able to fight within those. But you need to get to that point, you know? You need to be able to push in. That's what Big Bubble isn't really that good for. Getting the actual push into mid, push out of your spawn. So it kind of depends if they're going to be able to get out of spawn if they end up there. That's kind of the question.
Yeah, definitely. But we've seen teams getting out before. So hopefully some of these teams are able to get out of their spawn. I think other teams are almost ready for their big fight. I'm looking at one of the screens. One more player needs to be ready from Poffertjes, and if that happens, we will get our game in again. It is Splatoon on Umami Ruins going for that spot onto the Alpha bracket. We already have one team very secured here, but let's see who's going to be the second team. Will it be Poffertjes or will it be Toxic Icecream? Let's see, here we're going in. We see a lot of funny weapons coming out for Toxic Icecream. Of course, you see the ballpoint and Clash Blaster Neo. And then on the side of Toxic Icecream, we see 2 Splashmatics Neos, the Tetris, sorry, yeah, the Tetris dualies. And the Enzap, which is a very nice weapon for the Tacticooler, though Poffertjes is not going to take the Tacticooler because it's going to slay everyone quickly before they can even get a single special and take both of those zones. A single point of penalty added to Toxic Ice Cream. It's 101 points you have to fight through. But with that Toxic Ice Cream, with Elbow in their base, they took out 3 players and now they have a very, very easy run to the spot zone.
Yep, yes, indeed. And they are able to take it, but they do end up using that Tri-Strike as a form of defense. Not quite able to get out of that zone again. They do need to cap both zones and get through that one blue penalty. But it does look like this is going to be very difficult to do, and that does seem like they've gone back to spawn now. Which is very unfortunate and not what they need. They weren't able to get any penalty points on Poffertjes, and as you can see, they are deep in Toxic Ice Cream spawn now.
Yeah, they are very deep into the spawn, and also 3 players down on the side of Toxic Ice Cream. That's also not looking too hot because you need those players alive to capture, so you need the players alive to make some splash. Now they're gonna wait it out, because they're gonna wait everyone Toxic Ice Cream. The Tri-Strikes come out, they go 1 splash, but 2 players are already down on side of Toxic Ice Cream. That's not too good. 3 players down now. Phoenix going in with that. Tetra doing his and Reef Slider gets one of the zones. The second zone is about to be captured by Toxic Ice Cream. They're super close. They finally got it. 71 penalty points onto Poffertjes. Now Toxic Ice Cream can hopefully show it, but they have to push all the way to 6 to get the lead. That's a huge push. And with Poffertjes here already attacking zones and capturing the zones, the chunk of your penalty point, Toxic Ice Cream have to get grip together and start pushing properly, because if you're trying to push like that, you're not gonna win it.
Yep, yes, indeed. It is definitely just looking so difficult for them. Such an uphill battle here. They are back in their spawn again, but not. Poffertjes has not had the time to get actually into Toxic Ice Cream spawn and stop them from getting out again. That does mean they're able to get to the zone and cause some more chaos here. But is it going to be enough for them to get the zone again? They need to be putting even more penalty points on the side of Poffertjes, because otherwise they're going to get through those 28 if given half the chance.
Yeah, they have to get the already. I mean, already quite far, 71 to 28. It's already a huge number of points that Poffertjes has worked through, and now they're working down even further. Only 12 ticks left of penalty points, and if that penalty runs out, then only 7 ticks to get another knockout here. Toxic Ice Cream does neutralize one zone, captures one zone. But now can they capture the second one? It's a 3v3 scenario. Unfortunately, the Splash Medic does get splatted by Magnus. Magnus gets another there, 3 players down again on the side of Toxic Ice Cream. Not looking good. Make that a delayed wipe there as well. Zones again in the hands of Poffertjes, and with that capture and running out of penalty, Poffertjes also takes game number 2. A very, very strong showing of Poffertjes.
Yes, yes, indeed. Toxic Ice Cream was definitely able to get out of their spawn, but just the fights that they had, they just did not quite get what they needed and weren't able to keep that zone for long enough, which just happens sometimes. They just were not able to get to that point. But that will be game 2 to Poffertjes, and that will mean that they are going through to Alpha Bracket.
I'm pretty sure you are. I think Poffertjes has won 2 sets, so that means they can go to Alpha Bracket. The last set will be, I think, Toxic Ice Cream against Hardcore S4. I'm pretty sure.
And so then Poffertjes versus
Lacquer Backtrack.
Lacquer Backtrack, which very interesting to see if Poffertjes is able to cause some chaos for Lacquer Backtrack, because at the moment they're sitting on 2-2-0s.
I'm pretty sure that these 2 teams are going to really fear each other. I think this is going to be a very different, big potential for game number 3 kind of fight. But we were going on a small break to get the next set of players onto the stage, so we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Grab some snack if you're on a venue, grab a soda, grab a beer, grab whatever you fancy, because this is probably going to be a very hype set coming up.